Heavy rain is looking to impact your morning commute if you're north of I-94. If you're dry for now, you won't be later on this afternoon. In a couple seconds, I'll have a closer look at what the rain forecast looks like for today.
French Island makes history with new leaders. Coming up, I'm live with voter reaction.
A $2 million decision, the budget cuts Winona Public Schools say had to be made. And Mariska Hargitay has some big news about the next Emmys, what the Law & Order star has in store.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, July 8th. It is 6 a.m. Thank you for waking up with us. We will start by getting a check on our forecast for the day with meteorologist Nicole Skligsky. It's been such a great start to the week, great pool days, but unfortunately that gets a little bit iffy.
Today's one of those inside days.
Yeah. Okay.
But the good news is it's really only today, and then the rest of the week's still looking quite nice. Even looking ahead towards the weekend and next week, we have a dry stretch of weather, so just get through today, and then it's going to be pretty pleasant. Still have to get through it though. Still some heavy rain possible across the area as soon as right now. Areas north and in and around Eau Claire seeing heavy rain falling, some lightning, a couple rumbles of thunder. Otherwise, steady rainfall still expected to continue for the next hour or so. A little bit of drying out coming out of the west now as we go into Eau Claire. So we could see some breaks in this weather. Otherwise, still a little gloomy out there, and we'll continue to see that train of thunderstorms slowly moving further to the south as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. So La Crosse looks dry but cloudy for now. Pretty warm out there, 76 already. Not really seeing those temperatures fall this morning. As you go throughout your afternoon, we'll see another warm one, although it could be a lot warmer if we didn't have that rain moving in the afternoon. Expect thunderstorms to pass through the I-90 corridor, I should say, shortly after about 3 or 4 p.m. this afternoon. Eau Claire seeing mainly late morning and early afternoon activity with a mostly dry evening. So everyone has a chance to see rain today, but that timing is really going to differ based on where you are. Coming up in just a couple minutes, I'll track it all out for you and have a look at what the weekend's looking like in a little bit.
Thank you, Nicole. New this morning, election results out of French Island. Longtime town board chair Dan Kapanke is the new village president, defeating Bob Wolfert 615 votes to 281. Trustee spots, Lee Donahue led with 718 votes. Mary Jo Warner, 698, Wolfert, 628, Heather Harney, 613, and Mike Stolpa, 578. One write-in candidate now guaranteed to a spot on the board. We will learn that name later this week after the canvass. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla, live this morning with reaction from French Island voters. What are they saying, Seth?
Well, Alexandra, at least from the voters I spoke with yesterday, many are saying it was historic, and that's because they chose their new permanent government. And take a look at this. You can see the new village board already has a meeting scheduled for July 14th at 6 p.m. Now, voters flooded into the village hall yesterday to cast their vote as members of a village for the first time. The change from the town of Campbell to the village of French Island was years in the works after fighting for incorporation to prevent annexation from La Crosse and to keep their community identity. And now, after becoming a village back in May, voters say it's time to focus on the future.
There's a village pride. I think people should really feel that there's going to be a lot of doors that are going to open up, and there's going to be a lot of things to consider.
They believe in French Island as a village, and I think they're going to do great things.
To show you the amount of participation, over 5,000 votes were cast in this election. The La Crosse County Canvass Board meets Thursday at 9 a.m. to certify those results. Reporting live in the village of French Island, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. And the Winona School District cutting $2.2 million from its budget. The cuts will eliminate about 11 full-time positions, including teachers and administrators, and reduce hours for others. Bus routes are also being cut, with the walk zone expanding from 1 mile to 1.5.
The calculation is really as simple as that, is that the expenses are going up at a much faster pace than the revenue has been able to just has been able to keep pace.
Activity fees and sports ticket prices are also going up. La Crosse police are investigating after a body was found on the 800 block of Division Street. Few details have been released, but police say no threat to the public. In Warrens, no word on what caused this fire. 2 crews responded to the 2200 block of County Road O. An excavator also brought in to help clear the debris. Downtown Eau Claire is going to paid parking starting August 1st. Business owners getting a heads up at an open house today from 2 to 3, covering on-street parking, kiosks, and new ramp pricing. 3rd Congressional Democratic candidate Emily Berge was in La Crosse meeting with cancer survivors and the American Cancer Society. She said she wants to lessen the burden for cancer patients and pledged to take those issues to Washington if elected.
I think it's so important to show up in local communities and listen to people who are being impacted. The people who are closest to the problems are closest to the solutions.
Candidate Rebecca Cook will meet with cancer survivors next week. Breaking news in the U.S.-Iran deal. The countries trading airstrikes overnight. It came after Iran hit ships near the Strait of Hormuz, with President Trump now saying the ceasefire is over. Jared Hill reports.
President Trump's 2-day trip to the NATO summit in Turkey overshadowed by a major escalation between the U.S. and Iran. Tuesday, the U.S. launched a series of strikes on Iran, hitting 80 targets, according to the Defense Department. The attacks after Iran's Revolutionary Guard attacked 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
We hit them very hard last night, very hard. I would say 20 to 1, 20 times tougher. I told them every time you hit, we hit.
The Trump administration also revoked the waiver allowing Iran to sell billions of dollars worth of oil, a concession made in the Memorandum of Understanding that both sides agreed to weeks ago. Now the U.S. and Iran accuse each other of violating the terms. This as the president expressed frustration with NATO over allies' refusal to get involved in the Iran conflict.
We protect them, but they're not there for us.
Today in Turkey, President Trump is shifting focus to ending Russia's war with Ukraine. He's set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky following calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin last Sunday.
I think we're going to get it settled, hopefully soon.
President Trump also says he'll lift sanctions on host nation Turkey and may even sell them F-35 fighter jets.
That's something certainly we would consider.
Going against a law he signed in his first term over Turkey's use of Russian military technology. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And developing right now on Capitol Hill, pressure is mounting on Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner to drop out, with more than 30 Democrats, including former supporter Bernie Sanders, calling for him to end his campaign. Those calls come as a new assault allegation surfaces. A woman who dated Plattner 5 years ago says he raped her.
I don't believe that you can think that that scenario was consensual. You have to understand that that wasn't, when somebody is repeatedly, when somebody in the middle of it says, "Don't touch me."
Plattner has till Monday to leave the race in order for the state Democratic Party to pick a replacement by their deadline. Happening today, Vice President J.D. Vance in Wisconsin. He'll visit the 128th Air Refueling Wing in Milwaukee at 10:30. It's his second trip to the state this year ahead of the midterms. And the Winona County Fair is underway. That runs till Sunday at the Winona County Fairgrounds. Carnival rides, contests, and games await. The Northern Wisconsin State Fair opening today in Chippewa Falls with carnival rides, fair food, agricultural exhibits, and live entertainment. Gates for this open at 9 this morning. One Iowa man has a very specific bucket list. He's checking off locations one slice at a time. Brooklyn Hine has the story.
We all have our go-to spots, our favorite coffee shop, best restaurant, but for Jason Halkias, his go-to spot, Pizza Ranch, has become more like a lifelong mission. Jason's Pizza Ranch journey traces back to a previous relationship.
Even though I visited my first location in Muscatine, Iowa in 2005, the passion really started in 2014 when I was dating a lady in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, who happened to be a big Pizza Ranch fanatic in her own right.
And while that relationship ran its course, his love for Pizza Ranch was just getting started.
The passion still carried on even after that relationship ended. And eventually it got to the point where after I hit 100 in 2023, somebody suggested you should probably go visit them all.
And his stop in Prairie du Chien, number 228, rounds out his visits for now.
You come so far, but then you realize it never really ends, because ultimately The business never stops growing, and I watch for when those new locations will open and then plan a visit around them.
Well, Jason has his favorites.
When I go for the buffet your way, if it's a dessert, it's cherry dessert. Anything else, I typically go for stuffed buffalo chicken.
Each location is special.
I never play favorites. I honestly believe that every location is unique.
And even after hitting 228, his Pizza Ranch trips are far from over.
You just keep going. I mean, I love what I do, and I just love Pizza Ranch because of the environment, of course. You just don't get an environment like this anywhere, if you ask me.
Reporting in Prairie du Chien, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now This Morning.
All right, looking good there. Time now is 6:10. Still ahead on your morning news. Some bad news for your electric bill. How much you could be paying by 2035. Plus, jet fuel prices are down, but why are the tickets not? We'll have that answer in 3 minutes. Plus, the hottest trend in San Francisco right now, and you don't need your phone for it.
Don't let small cracks become costly repairs. Driftless Seal Coating and Striping provides professional seal coating, crack filling, and parking lot striping. Superior results, competitive pricing, and service you can trust for commercial or residential. Call today.
Everybody's friendly, and if you've got problems or need some help, they'll pitch in.
All the things I used to do before I came here, I still do. It gives you freedom and a little happiness.
You don't have to shovel, you don't have to mow.
I would recommend this place highly. We looked at several, and this was the top of my line. The meals, everything is just, it's great.
At Spectrum, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between speed, reliability, and value. That's why Spectrum fiber-powered internet gives you all three for just $40 a month. No contract, no commitment. And set up your internet in under 10 minutes. Spectrum fiber-powered internet delivers the most reliable internet for everything you do at home. Streaming, gaming, and connecting. Switch today and get Spectrum fiber-powered internet for just $40 a month. Call now or go online.
We're celebrating 50 years of beautiful kitchens, bathrooms, and flooring at Interior Designs. For July only, enjoy anniversary savings like $5 off on every square yard of carpet when you purchase 35 square yards or more. Plus, save 50 cents per square foot on laminate, redwood, or pergola flooring. And don't forget to register to win a $100 Quick Trip gift card each week. Visit Interior Designs website for all the details or stop in. 50 years of style, service, and savings only at Interior Designs.
Here we go.
I get your hat.
How does psoriasis know the worst time to show up? Was that a flinch? It's not like psoriasis is contagious. He's got no idea what I've tried. Lotions, pills, light therapy. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to sodone.com.
I'm Tom Tiffany. I grew up on a dairy farm milking cows just like this one. Madison politicians, they've been milking you for every dollar. And now, the cost of living, it's utterly ridiculous. I'm running for governor to make life more affordable. Stop Wall Street from buying our homes, big data from bulldozing our farmland, and audit state government to clean out waste and fraud in Madison. I'm gonna need a bigger shovel, right, Daisy?
Do you have the before and want the after? From driveways to parking lots, Driftless Seal Coating and Striping delivers professional results that look great and last. Residential or commercial, we've got you covered. Driftless Seal Coating and Striping. Call today and get the after you've been looking for.
In your consumer news, bad news for your electric bill. A new report from Energy Innovation projects the average household will pay $460 more per year by 2035, citing the Trump administration's pullback on renewable energy, electric vehicles, and consumer tax credits. The White House disputes those findings. Jet fuel prices are down 35%, but airfares are still up 20% from last year. Deutsche Bank says high demand and less competition are keeping those prices high. Good news is experts say fares typically drop in the fall. In a city that's launched thousands of startups, the hottest trend in San Francisco is going low tech. Reporter Itay Hod explains.
The secret word you say quietly after pressing the nondescript buzzer in San Francisco's Tenderloin.
Hello, hello. Do you guys have the password for tonight?
Doesn't just open a door, it opens a portal into another time. A time when passwords granted access to hidden rooms and liquor flowed freely, even while the law insisted otherwise. Back then, alcohol was prohibited.
Welcome to Bourbon and Branch.
Today, it's technology.
And don't use cell phones while here.
Inside Bourbon and Branch, the cocktails are stiff, the lights glow amber, and conversations happen face to face.
Have phones ruined the social scene?
I think they have.
General Manager Anastasia Cortez says the speakeasy has been here since the 1920s. When new owners took over in 2006, they made one thing clear: no phones.
People are really looking for a way to engage with each other.
In cities across the country, bars and restaurants are now enforcing the same rule. And the generation fueling it may surprise you. A 2026 study found 63% of Gen Z intentionally disconnect from their devices. 24-year-old Addison Sutton admits it's not as easy as it sounds.
Are you having withdrawals right now? The shakes?
No, I have alcohol to fix that. I have a drink for that. That's why I'm here, right?
Go this way here. CEO Brian Sheehy gave us a tour of the original speakeasy, which still has all of its secret exits in case police came knocking.
And this isn't the ladies' room.
This is not the ladies' room.
And while prohibition may be long over, there's still one item that's strictly contraband.
Have you ever had to boot anyone?
Oh, yeah, regularly.
Because the only password needed here isn't on your phone.
Mogul.
It's whispered at the door.
All right, we'll send it over now to meteorologist Nicole Skalicki. What's the password for a nice day, Nicole? We don't know it today,
Well,
do
it's
we?
definitely not Wednesday. That's not the password. We have showers and thunderstorms expected through much of the day today. Now, it's not going to be a washout for all of us, but rain will continue to move through the area throughout most of the upcoming hours. Right now, we're looking at mainly showers just to the north of I-94, starting to see a little bit more dry air moving in behind it. So we could see some breaks in this rain now as we go throughout the next hour or so, but still lingering across portions of the area nonetheless. As we go throughout the rest of the morning, that really stays north of I-94 until we get just after the noon hour. Then we'll see more of this activity moving in between the interstate corridors, reaching close to La Crosse by about 3 p.m. this afternoon, maybe a little bit later. Scattered thunderstorms likely within this activity. Strong storms are possible, but really going to be a telltale sign as we go throughout the rest of the evening. More strong activity expected as we go later on into the day. South of I-90, getting to those locations likely after about the supper time period, and then we could see on and off again showers throughout those areas through the overnight before we dry out mostly by Thursday morning. We could still see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms both tomorrow morning and in the afternoon. Otherwise, most of our rain expected to fall today, and it could be quite the soaker out there. Most of us expecting to see at least 1/4 of an inch, half an inch possible for most of us, but under that thunderstorm activity, definitely the high chance that we could be exceeding 1 inch in some locations. Very isolated areas could be seeing closer to 2 inches, if not a little bit more, especially for those who end up seeing that thunderstorm activity in the afternoon. So the odds are highest really in the same areas that saw plenty of rainfall last week. That is causing some flooding concerns. The good news this time around, this is our main heavy rain day risk, and then we're expecting a long dry break after this. So we'll have a lot more breathing room compared to last week, but still the chance nonetheless. Counties in the yellow here are under the highest severe weather risk, under a 2 out of 5, mainly for that afternoon batch apart from this morning. High winds possible within those storms, but like I said, flooding, flash flooding specifically, going to be the main concern as we go throughout, especially the rest of the afternoon into the evening. Still that chance for a few pop-up showers going into tomorrow afternoon, about a 30% chance for some rain to pass through. Otherwise, we really dry out, nearly completely dry as we go into the weekend and into the start of next week. So again, that heavy rain chance is possible today, pretty likely in some spots, but unlike last week, a lot more of breathing room compared to what we saw, where we don't really have another rain chance for what could be over a week in some locations. So got to get through today. And then looking quite nice. Blue, sunny skies expected for the end of the week and into the weekend. That sunshine, though, is going to be also resulting in some warmer temperatures. We're back in the 90s by the start of next week. Multiple days actually expected in the 90s. But the humidity is really going to be the decipher on whether or not it's going to feel gross out there. I'll have all the details on that heat wave coming up just a little bit later on.
Thank you, Nicole. As you wake up, we'll leave you with a beautiful look of Milwaukee. The sun is shining brightly there. Stay with us. Your morning sports blitz is coming right up.
Where's the best place for local, fresh, quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. This month, our Locker Dogs and Cheddar Dogs are on sale. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
At La Crosse Country Club, your membership includes more than just a round of golf. We have private lessons, youth clinics, practice facilities, and member tournaments designed to sharpen your game and create friendships. Inside the clubhouse, experience a stunning location for family celebrations, weddings, corporate events, and more. Whether you're looking for golf, tennis, or a private pool for the whole family, La Crosse Country Club is the place to create unforgettable memories. Scan the QR code or schedule your VIP tour today.
Dr. Mehta knows pain. Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Check out our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Add privacy and light control to your home with a cordless, room-darkening vinyl blind. Pick one up for a value of $9.99 after rebate. Bowwood blinds add a classic design and feature a cordless lift system. Get white Bowwood blinds for a value of $19.99 each after rebate. Plus, get them trimmed to width for free.
Save big money at Menards.
Where's the best place for local, fresh, quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. This month, our Locker Dogs and Cheddar Dogs are on sale. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Kratom. You've probably heard the word, but what is it? Sold like an energy shot at gas stations, its legality shifts by state. Thursday at 6. How to spot risky products and keep your kids safe. Thursday at 6 on News 8 Now. News 8 Now Sports.
We are less than 1 week away from the MLB All-Star break, putting a pause on the season, and the Brewers are looking to hit the break in stride, continuing their long road trip yesterday down in St. Louis. Game 1 of 2 on the day between Milwaukee and the Cardinals. Here, Christian Yelich evens up the score at 2 in the third with a single back up the middle. Now, the Redbirds would jump back in front, but with a runner in scoring position, Garrett Mitchell gets jammed, but flares one into shallow center field that falls for a hit, and Jake Bauers barely beats the tag at home. And the big day for Christian Yelich would continue in the 7th as he unties the game going the opposite way, and that hit brings in Cooper Pratt, and Milwaukee takes their first lead of the game. Then Abner Uribe 1 out away from notching the save, and Andrew Vaughn collects the grounder. Brewers victorious in Game 1 over the Cardinals, a final of 4-3. And in Game 2, it took a bit for the Brewer bats to get going, but the new kid on the block, Luis Lara, who was making his MLB debut, gets things started as he shoots a single into right field with the bases loaded and 2 outs to put Milwaukee out in front. The Brewers would break things open in the 7th inning. Lara on first base, Bryce Terang up, and he rips one into the gap and allows the rookie to show off his blistering speed as he scores from first on the play to make it 5-2. Then later in the frame, it's Gary Sanchez up with ducks on the pond. He rifles one into the outfield, and that allows 2 more to score. Milwaukee gets its first ever doubleheader sweep of the Cardinals, taking the nightcap 10-2. And the Bucks will begin Las Vegas Summer League on Friday against the Heat, and it may be the first time we see the Bucks' 2 first-round draft picks, Braden Burries and Nate Ament, hitting the hardwood together as they look to build some chemistry. When asked about how the 2 complement each other on the court, John Horst noted that who they are beyond the X's and O's was key in their selections.
I think you can see the synergy here already. There's a consistent theme in what we've targeted. The competitiveness, the character, the IQ of an athlete, hopefully great physical size, positional size. We've got a big guard, a big wing here, and I think great length, and I think great athleticism and just mobility. So there are some things that make sense, but it's way more about the people and what we're trying to really bring into the organization and continue to build with going forward.
Now, the 2 almost played together in college as Burries made an official visit to Tennessee during the recruitment process, but eventually decided to play at Arizona. That's going to do it for your Morning Blitz. Alexandra has some more news after this quick break.
Don't let small cracks become costly repairs. Driftless Seal Coating and Striping provides professional seal coating, crack filling, and parking lot striping. Superior results, competitive pricing, and service you can trust for commercial or residential. Call today.
America is celebrating 250 years of independence. And at King Furniture, we're throwing a birthday party all month long. Save big on American-made favorites like Lazy Boy, Vaughn Bassett, Therapeutic Mattresses, England Furniture, and more. Plus, trade in your old furniture for a discount on something new. And enjoy free delivery and free haul away. Top it all off with 12 months interest-free financing. And you've got one heck of a birthday celebration. Don't miss America's 250th birthday sale at King Furniture.
I'm Tanya with Jim's Truck and Trailer Coach Works in Winona, Minnesota. Is your muffler loud or falling apart? Well, I'm here to let you know we have expanded our services with our new exhaust vendor. We can custom form exhaust to meet your needs. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coach Works. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy a gallon of Clark & Kensington or Royal paint and get the second one 50% off.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Big names, big experiences, one unforgettable weekend. August 6th through 8th. See Keith Urban, John Party, Ernest, Gene Simmons Band, and more. All in one place. Ashley for the Arts, the Can't Miss Summer Festival. 3 days of live music, art, food trucks, and family fun. Don't miss an unforgettable experience that gives back. Get your tickets today at ashleyforthearts.com.
Welcome to Hotel 44 North, where history, nature, and hospitality meet. Nestled in the heart of downtown Winona, our boutique retreat features 76 elegant rooms, including 24 spacious suites with kitchenettes, perfect for weekend getaways or extended stays. Step outside to river views, blufftop scenery, downtown shops, and scenic trails. Inside, enjoy luxury rooms, a pool, and sauna, all backed by our best rate guarantee. Unwind in our cozy lobby or sift craft cocktails at Latitude Bar and Lounge. Hotel 44 North, your place in Winona.
Do you have the before and want the after? From driveways to parking lots, Driftless Seal Coating and Striping delivers professional results that look great and last. Residential or commercial, we've got you covered. Driftless Seal Coating and Striping. Call today and get the after you've been looking for.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Heavy rain will impact the morning commute for some of us. Otherwise, additional rounds of thunderstorms are expected this afternoon. All of everything you need to know coming up in just a couple seconds.
French Island makes history with new leaders. I'll have voter reaction for you coming up.
A $2 million decision the budget cuts Winona Public Schools say had to be made. And Mariska Hargitay has some big news about the next Emmys, what she says she's got in store.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Wednesday, July 8th. It is just about 6:30. Thanks for waking up with us on this Wednesday. We'll start by getting a check on our forecast with meteorologist Nicole Skalicki. And you've got some green moving around behind you today, Nicole.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of that as we go throughout the afternoon. Plenty of rain in the forecast today, but it is just about our only rainy day for the near future. A lot of dry weather moving in after this, but still have to get through today. Some rain still moving through north of I-94 as we go throughout the rest of the morning. Just passing out of Eau Claire now and continuing to move to the east. The chance for a few additional sparse showers as we go throughout the rest of the morning. Otherwise, we could see a brief lull before we see more activity building in as we go closer to the late morning, early afternoon time period. In Eau Claire right now, it's definitely wet out, but the sprinkles are really drying up, sitting at 68 degrees right now. In La Crosse, a little bit warmer, 76 with dry conditions, but it does feel quite muggy out when you step out the door. Going to be a humid day with all this moisture in the air before it rains out later on this afternoon. La Crosse likely not seeing those thunderstorms and showers move in until the afternoon hours. About 3 o'clock, they'll likely move in closer to the I-94 corridor, and until then, going to be a little bit warm out there. Mid-80s expected for your highs today. Eau Claire seeing it on and off again this morning with another chance of some showers going into the early afternoon, but we should be dry for the evening. And then we have much warmer weather expected for your weekend and start of the week, so I'll break everything down coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Nicole. New this morning, election results out of French Island. Longtime town board chair Dan Kapanke is the new village president, defeating Bob Wolfert 615 to 281. As for trustee spots, Lee Donahue leading with 718 votes, Mary Jo Werner 698, Wolfert 628, Heather Harney 613, and Mike Stolpa 578. One write-in candidate is guaranteed a spot on the board. We'll learn that name later this week after the canvass. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is live this morning with some reaction from French Island voters. What are they saying this morning, Seth?
Alexandra, the voters I spoke with, they call it historic, and that's because they selected their new permanent government. And take a look at this over here. You can see the new village board has a meeting already scheduled for July 14th at 6 p.m. Now, voters decided this, and it was a big deal. They flooded into the village hall yesterday to cast their vote as members of a village for the first time. The change from the town of Campbell to the village of French Island was years in the works after fighting for incorporation to prevent annexation from La Crosse and to keep their community identity. And after becoming a village back in May, they say it's time to focus on the future.
There's a village pride. I think people should really feel that there's going to be a lot of doors that are going to open up, and there's going to be a lot of things to consider.
They believe in French Island as a village, and I think they're going to do great things.
To show you the amount of participation, over 5,000 votes were cast in this election. The La Crosse County Canvass Board meets Thursday at 9 a.m. to certify those results. Reporting live in the village of French Island, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. The Winona School District is cutting $2.2 million from its budget. Those cuts will eliminate about 11 full-time positions, including teachers and administrators, and reduce hours for others. Bus routes are also being cut, with the walk zone expanding from 1 mile to 1.5.
The calculation is really as simple as that, is that the expenses are going up at a much faster pace than the revenue has been able to just has been able to keep pace.
Activity fees and sports ticket prices also going up. La Crosse police are investigating after a body was found on the 800 block of Division Street. Few details have been released, but police say there's no threat to the public. In Warrens, no word on what caused a structure fire. 2 crews responded to the 2200 block of County Road O, and an excavator was brought in to help clear the debris. Downtown Eau Claire is going to paid parking starting August 1st. Business owners are getting a heads up at an open house today from 2 to 3, covering on-street parking, kiosks, and new ramp pricing. 3rd Congressional Democratic candidate Emily Berge was in La Crosse meeting with cancer survivors and the American Cancer Society. She says she wants to lessen the burden for cancer patients and pledges to take those issues to Washington if elected.
I think it's so important to show up in local communities and listen to people who are being impacted. The people who are closest to the problems are closest to the solutions.
Candidate Rebecca Koch will meet with cancer survivors next Thursday. Breaking news, in the truce between the U.S. and Iran, the countries trading airstrikes overnight. That came after Iran hit ships near the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump now says the ceasefire is over. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
President Trump's two-day trip to the NATO summit in Turkey overshadowed by a major escalation between the U.S. and Iran. Tuesday, the U.S. launched a series of strikes on Iran, hitting 80 targets, according to the Defense Department. The attacks after Iran's Revolutionary Guard attacked 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
We hit them very hard last night, very hard. I would say 20-1, 20 times tougher. And I told them every time you hit, we hit.
The Trump administration also revoked the waiver allowing Iran to sell billions of dollars worth of oil, a concession made in the Memorandum of Understanding that both sides agreed to weeks ago. Now the U.S. and Iran accuse each other of violating the terms. This as the president expressed frustration with NATO over allies' refusal to get involved in the Iran conflict.
We protect them, but they're not there for us.
Today in Turkey, President Trump is shifting focus to ending Russia's war with Ukraine. He's set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky following calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin last Sunday.
I think we're going to get it settled, hopefully soon.
President Trump also says he'll lift sanctions on host nation Turkey and may even sell them F-35 fighter jets.
That's something certainly we would consider.
Going against a law he signed in his first term over Turkey's use of Russian military technology. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Developing right now on Capitol Hill, pressure is mounting on Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner to drop out, with more than 30 Democrats, including former supporter Bernie Sanders, calling for him to end his campaign. The calls come as a new assault allegation surfaces. A woman who says she dated Plattner 5 years ago says he raped her.
I don't believe that you can think that that scenario was consensual. You have to understand that that wasn't, when somebody is repeatedly, when somebody in the middle of it says, "Don't touch me."
Plattner has until Monday to leave the race in order for the state Democratic Party to pick a replacement by the deadline. Happening today, Vice President J.D. Vance is in Wisconsin. He will visit the 128th Air Refueling Wing in Milwaukee at 10:30 a.m. It's his second trip to the state this year ahead of the midterms. The Winona County Fair is now underway, running till Sunday at the Winona County Fairgrounds. There will be carnival rides, contests, games, and a beverage tent. And the Northern Wisconsin State Fair opening today in Chippewa Falls with carnival rides, fair food, ag exhibits, and live entertainment. Gates open at 9. In your medical news this morning, the World Cup is still going on, and win or lose, fans are receiving a special health benefit from watching their favorite teams. Nicole Valdez tells us more.
From the streets of Paraguay to the Norwegian Parliament and across the U.S. Soccer fans are joining together for the World Cup.
It just unites people, and to be able to share something together with people who I don't even know, it's truly beautiful.
That beauty has benefits.
Fans have more friends, fans are more civically engaged, fans help and donate more.
More than a fifth of Americans say they suffer from serious loneliness, but 83% say one fix is to take time and reach out to family and friends. Todd Rogers started the Fandom and Social Connection Initiative, encouraging fans to use sports as a low-pressure excuse to build relationships. In one study, he asked participants to invite someone to watch a game together.
They feel more connected, they spend more time in the company of others, they enjoy it more than they expected, and the coolest part is it persists for future weeks without further prompting.
Now, a lot of fans still feel priced out of watching these matches in person because tickets are still thousands of dollars, but going to things like watch parties or fan festivals are cheaper ways to still enjoy that World Cup fever.
To be with everybody, right? We've been watching at home, and we wanted to be a part of the experience.
In a time of deep polarization, fans say sports cuts through the divide.
It's one time where everybody agrees on one thing, and everybody comes together
They don't have to argue. No, there's no argument. Everybody rooting for USA.
And for those lucky enough to get a ticket, a British study found watching in person is associated with an increase in life satisfaction and a greater sense of life being worthwhile. Nicole Valdez, CBS News, Seattle.
Some research also shows following a team can have physical benefits, elevating heart rate and adrenaline, acting as a mild cardio workout. Coming up in your Buzz Report, Mariska Hargitay has a big announcement for the next Emmys, plus a new adaptation of Little House on the Prairie. We have a sneak peek in 6 minutes.
At Cedar Lake Speedway, champions don't quit after a crash. They get back up and fight. If you've been injured, Bygoff and Rody brings that same relentless fight to your case. We get your life back on track.
Who says you have to wait until December for Christmas? During Wesco's Christmas in July sale, every purchase comes with a chance to pull Christmas savings from our tree. You'll find extra savings for up to 40% store-wide. Furniture, mattresses, dining, and appliances. Naughty or nice, you'll enjoy your biggest summer savings store-wide. But hurry in, Christmas in July only comes once a year. Ugly Christmas sweaters are optional. Wesco in Sparta. Stop in today.
People always ask what's the Asher difference, and really the Asher difference is our people. We enable our team to make the right decisions, and we talk about what would you do if it was mom's home, you know, if it was grandma's property, and you have the answer then, and just do the right thing every time.
We all live by and have the same core values. Everyone has the same goal in mind, and that's to make the project turn out 100% amazing for the homeowner.
If you suffer from chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine.
Huh. Today hasn't been a headache day.
Botox treatments are 4 times a year.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 96% would tell friends to discuss Botox with a doctor. Chronic migraine may still impact you.
Talk to your doctor about Botox.
Summer tastes better with ice cream. At the Westby Cooperative Creamery Cheese Store, you'll find hand-scooped ice cream that's worth the trip. Pick your favorite flavor, grab a cone, and enjoy a sweet treat made for Wisconsin summers. While you're here, shop delicious cheeses, local products, and gifts for the whole family. Cool off and treat yourself at the Westby Cooperative Creamery Cheese Store in downtown Westby. Westby Cooperative Creamery, where Wisconsin tradition meets a scoop of happiness.
Cedar Lake Speedway has thrilled families for over 60 years. Bygoff and Rody has fought for the injured for over 50. 2 legacies, 1 shared community. When life gets knocked off course, we get your life back on track.
We're still seeing some rain lingering into areas north of I-94, although looking much drier than we were in the past couple hours. Still some light showers expected over portions of Chippewa and Rusk County, but drier air is moving in. We're going to see a brief lull in the precipitation, but more rounds of rain is expected as we go throughout the rest of the day. So for the rest of the morning, still just staying well north of I-94 for the next few hours, but as we go shortly after the noon hour, that's when we'll see additional rounds of thunderstorms moving in as this front continues to move across Wisconsin. Affecting most of the area again this afternoon. So anyone closer to the I-94 corridor seeing another round of thunderstorms closer to the noon hour. Then folks by I-90 and in between the interstates could be seeing those thunderstorms rolling in somewhat closer to 3 or 4, so more so in the mid-afternoon before they continue to sink south, and then areas south of I-90 see thunderstorm activity in the evening. So really, the further south you are, the longer in the day you're going to have to wait to see these, but everyone will likely see some rainfall nonetheless. Areas south of I-90 continue to see on and off again showers through the night, maybe a few pop-up showers than still expected for tomorrow. Otherwise, not as much measurable rainfall on your Thursday, but also not a completely dry forecast until we get into the end of the week. Today, though, has the majority of the rainfall. Looking at your severe thunderstorm risk, we'll see most of the area sitting in a yellow, which is a level 2 out of 5, mainly for that afternoon convection that we'll see moving in. High winds are expected, although we can't rule out the chance for some hail and maybe a few tornadoes. Flooding, though, really going to be your main concern. Heavy rainfall is possible for very localized areas, especially for the folks who have seen already heavy amounts of rain in the last week. Anyone south of I-90 could have the opportunity to see over 2 inches, while most of us will be between about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. The opportunity for those higher, more isolated spots is possible, so be on the lookout for that. The good news with this situation is we have a long extended dry break after this, and in that dry weather we'll be able to bounce back from any flooding concerns that could arise today, and we'll have much warmer weather moving in. Still staying pretty warm today. Could have gotten warmer despite the rain moving through. Anyone further to the south that doesn't have the rain moving in until the late day will get a little bit warmer than folks to the north. Upper 80s possible south of I-90, mid 80s in between the interstate corridors, and then low 80s, even the 70s expected further to the north, where we're seeing more of a early day shower activity. This is a cold front passing through that's giving us these showers and thunderstorms, so it will cool us down slightly as we go into Thursday and Friday, and then we'll have a nice warming trend going through your weekend. By Sunday, temperatures already will be back above average, close to 90 degrees. If we don't get there Sunday, though, it really won't matter because we'll have multiple days in a row to start next week off in the 90s. So the temperatures will be heating up back slightly above average, but whether or not the humidity is there is really what deciphers how gross and uncomfortable it feels outside when we get this hot. It's going to be humid today. On our Muggy meter, we're seeing that because, of course, there's a lot of moisture in the air with these thunderstorms. As we go throughout the end of the week and we cool off, it'll be a little bit muggy out there, but nothing that's going to be too uncomfortable. And even when we start to see those temperatures rise going into Sunday and Monday, we'll still get muggy, but not necessarily really humid or uncomfortable. So that's the good news. It'll feel hot, of course, because it will be 90 degrees, but it's not going to be that insufferable heat that we saw just a couple weeks ago. And it's going to be completely dry. We'll have plenty of sunshine ahead of us. So after we get through the thunderstorm chances today and tomorrow, a very quiet and hot forecast leads us into next week.
In your Morning Buzz report, Mariska Hargitay will host this year's Emmys. The Law & Order SVU star has 8 Emmy nominations. She won in 2006 for Outstanding Lead Actress for her iconic role as Detective Olivia Benson. Ryan Seacrest admitting to backing out of attending Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding after RSVPing. He says it was because of work obligations. Disney tapped him to host its 4th of July special. Swift and Kelce said "I do" at Madison Square Garden last week. Prince Harry losing his legal battle against a major UK tabloid. He was part of a group claiming the ANL Group illegally obtained private information, including through phone tapping. A judge dismissed the case, citing insufficient evidence. Beatles drummer Ringo Starr turned 86 yesterday. He kept up his tradition of asking fans to spread peace and love on his birthday, inviting the world to celebrate with him.
Once upon a time, Ma and Pa and Mary and Laura left the big woods of Wisconsin and moved to the prairie.
Little House on the Prairie is returning to television as a new Netflix series. The adaptation expands the story beyond the Ingalls family perspective. Season 1 premieres tomorrow. Dolly Parton has a major announcement on social media. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
I can officially announce that Dolly, a true original musical, is coming to Broadway.
You heard it from the source. The musical about Dolly Parton's life, loves, losses, and finding her way heads to Broadway in December. The music legend says it includes some of her biggest hits and new songs Parton wrote for the show. More info at dollymusical.com. New music from U2. Street of Dreams is from the band's first new studio album in 9 years. They shot the video in Mexico City in May. The album, no title announced yet, is due out later this year. In September, it'll be 50 years since U2 formed in Dublin.
Hey, you and I can heal the past. And together, we can build a new world.
Welcome to Team Avatar.
Return to the Four Nations with Avatar Aang, the Last Airbender. Aang and his friends learn of an ancient power that could save his culture from extinction or shatter the peace they worked so hard to build. The original movie debuts July 25th on Paramount+. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Confirmation.
Stay with us. We've got everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is up next.
I'm Nate Burleson. Coming up on CBS Mornings, are you thinking of starting a family but feeling like you can't afford it? Jill Schlesinger is here to share financial advice for potential new parents. Plus, celebrity chef and TV personality Antonia Lofaso joins us to talk about her new reality series, Kitchen Undercover. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Stock up and celebrate all month long with our 4th of July bundle, Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
We're celebrating 50 years of beautiful kitchens, bathrooms, and flooring at Interior Designs. For July only, enjoy anniversary savings like $5 off on every square yard of carpet when you purchase 35 square yards or more. Plus, save 50 cents per square foot on laminate, redwood, or pergo flooring. And don't forget to register to win a $100 Quick Trip gift card each week. Visit Interior Designs website for all the details or stop in. 50 years of style, service, and savings only at Interior Designs.
Air conditioning stopped working? Tired of finding ways to stay cool? Don't sweat it. Give G&T Heating and Air Conditioning a call. They'll have you feeling cool as a cucumber without having to resort to, well, alternative methods.
Call G&T.
For the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
What is Spectrum Internet? It's the most reliable internet.
It's connecting with my followers out there and in here.
It's secure internet for you and your family.
It's keeping kids like us safe online.
It's Wi-Fi that stays on even when the power doesn't.
Staying connected no matter what.
So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at spectrum.com.
Nothing tastes better on the grill than steak from Holman Locker and Meat Market. Stop in for a sale on this month's featured steak. You'll be glad you did. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat and much, much more.
Kratom. You've probably heard the word, but what is it? Sold like an energy shot at gas stations, its legality shifts by state. Thursday at 6. How to spot risky products and keep your kids safe. Thursday at 6 on News 8 Now.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yes. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Voters decided their new permanent government in French Island, and for many it was a historic day. Take a look at this. The village board already has a meeting scheduled for July 14th at 6 p.m. Now, voters flooded into the village hall yesterday to cast their vote as members of a village for the first time. The change from the town of Campbell to the village of French Island was years in the works after fighting for incorporation to prevent annexation from La Crosse and to keep their community identity. And now, after becoming a village, voters say it's time to focus on the future.
There's a village pride. I think people should really feel that there's going to be a lot of doors that are going to open up, and there's going to be a lot of things to consider.
They believe in French Island as a village, and I think they're going to do great things.
To show you the amount of participation, over 5,000 votes were cast in this election. The La Crosse County Canvass Board meets Thursday at 9 a.m. to certify the results. Reporting live from the village of French Island, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
The Winona School District cutting $2.2 million from its budget. The cuts will eliminate about 11 full-time positions, including teachers and administrators, and reduce hours for others. Bus routes are also being cut, with the walk zone expanding from 1 mile to 1.5.
The calculation is really as simple as that, is that the expenses are going up at a much faster pace than the revenue has been able to just has been able to keep pace.
Activity fees and sports ticket prices also going up. La Crosse police are investigating after a body was found on the 800 block of Division Street. Few details have been released, but police say no threat to the public. In Warrens, no word on what caused a structure fire. 2 crews responded to the 2200 block of County Road O, and an excavator was brought in to help clear the debris. Downtown Eau Claire is going to paid parking starting August 1st. Business owners are getting a heads up at an open house today from 2 to 3, covering on-street parking, kiosks, and new ramp pricing. And in Australia, Neil the seal is back. The 2,000-pound 5-year-old elephant seal likes to hang out. You see him there. He attracts lots of onlookers. He also gets in a lot of trouble. Right now, there's a petition to provide better protection around the areas Neil visits. Apparently, yeah, he leaves the water twice a year and just causes mass chaos. A lot of yelling, it looks like. I wish we could hear it. He's not happy that people are on his street.
They put up those traffic cones just for him.
Just for him,
yep. And he just demolishes them. We did a little bit of research on him. Yeah, he's very sassy, and he just likes to destroy anything that's not even in his way.
Yeah,
not even in his way. Just anything that's within sight, I guess. So I wouldn't really want to be anywhere near him. 2,000 pounds, and he's not even done growing.
Right, he's going to grow more, which is unbelievable. Well, it's Neil's world. We're just living in it.
Happy for him. Hopefully he stays
he gets back to the water, hopefully, soon.
Oh my gosh. Well, as we go throughout the morning, it's going to be a little bit of a wet one, even as we head into the afternoon. Most of us staying dry through the morning hours, but as you can see, plenty more rain moving through portions of central Minnesota. Further to the north, still seeing some lingering steady rainfall moving through Chippewa and Clark counties, along with Rusk County as well, but there should be a brief dry break before we see more opportunities for thunderstorms later on this afternoon. Some of them could be strong, heavy rainfall expected. Otherwise, after that, mostly dry for the rest of the week ahead, and in looking into next week with the 90s returning to the forecast on Monday. So warming up out there.
Yes, all right. Heat is coming back. Thank you for that, Nicole, and thank you for waking up with us. We will see you back here at noon.